It is currently 4:50 a.m. in the morning, and I'm filming a video to hopefully help anyone younger than me, or even older than me, who has been in similar situations that I've been, and to actually help them get through it. That seems absolutely absurd to me when I think about when I started this entire self-improvement thing to where I am now, and what kind of things I'm trying to do and move forward. The main advice I want you to get from this video is that you don't need a plan. I know that's against what most of the things that you've heard and what most things people tell you to do, is that you need a plan, you need to set things out, you need to... No, you don't. I've always grown up in an environment where my parents would tell me that I need to set a plan, I need to make a timetable, and my response would always be that I don't like them. I always like doing things spontaneously, and that I don't want to set a plan because I never enjoyed it. It's the same reason why I never enjoyed school. What's the main point here is that you don't need a plan to do whatever it is you want to do, you just need to do it. That may feel daunting at first, and it is. But once it gets started, and you keep at it and you stay consistent, then everything else comes into play. Say you want to start going to the gym. Say, no, in general that you want to start doing good habits, you want to self-improve, you want to improve yourself as a person, and you wake up one day, 5 a.m, you decided last night, okay, I'm going to wake up 5 a.m, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this throughout the whole day. It's like you're putting so much pressure on yourself to actually do the right things. And when you don't do the right things, you're going to basically shit on yourself because you set yourself such high expectations for something that you've never done before. If you hold yourself to high expectations and you don't reach those high expectations that you think of yourself, you're going to be in a worse mood than usual. And the problem is that when people set high expectations, they can't reach those high expectations most of the time. And if you have a certain perception of what kind of person you are, and you aren't actually like that person, when you don't reach that perception on a daily, you're going to get annoyed and you're going to feel worse about yourself, and you're not want to be motivated, and you won't be disciplined, and you won't want to do the things. That's happened to me a lot, and when it has happened to me, I've been in a ball of rage throughout the day about how everything didn't go as planned. I was punching walls, I was pulling my hair, I was scratching myself. I couldn't bear to accept the fact that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. So no, you don't need a plan. You just need to do the things. How about you just wake up early tomorrow? Cut 2 hours of sleep, sleep 2 hours early. Just wake up early, that's all you need to do. That's one thing. Simple, leave it at one thing. Could be just reading 5 pages of a book in a day, because quite honestly, if you're watching this right now, be really honest with yourself, you're pathetic. But it's okay, because this entire self-improvement thing is to help the sorry version of you, to make you into someone who's actually conscientious and competent. And if you want that enough, then you don't need a plan to get to that point. You have a certain amount of potential inside of you. Everyone has this certain amount of potential. That's what I certainly believe. And it's always up to the individual whether they want to use it. You have all this untapped potential around you, and you don't want to waste that. Every day that you don't use that potential, you waste it. That's the main reason why it's looked down on, to waste your potential. You don't hear people saying, oh, it's okay to waste your potential, it doesn't matter. Like, no one says that. So when you're out here, you are competing with potential. This is something Jordan Peterson actually talks about. That our entire lives, we're competing with potential. We're contending with it to see where we can get, see how much of it we can use. You have to ask yourself, when you wake up in the morning, what are the things that you could do that can make the day go well? What are the things that you could do to make the day go bad? And you want to avoid the things that make the day go bad, because then you create a hell that you want to run away from. You want to do the things that you think would do good, and it gives you something to run towards. And it's very subjective to the person, because you just ask yourself, what are the things that you can do today that can make the world a better place by 6 p.m. tonight? What are those things? And then you go out and fucking do them. I've been in positions where I've woken up in the morning, gotten absolute breakup threatening texts from girls I've talked to in the past. I've looked into my emails and seen that my mock exam grades or my actual exam grades were terrible. I would wake up sleep deprived. I would walk downstairs, rubbing my eyes, and have my parents shouting at me, and I couldn't focus. And it seems that that's the life that the majority of young men are living these days, and that's not acceptable. And I don't want more people to go through the kind of stuff that I went through, because it's not fun. It's not fun. And it's like, the passing down knowledge is something that needs to be done, because it can stop people from making mistakes again. It's the same reason why we have history. We only pass down the knowledge of history so that we don't, as humans, as a species, we don't make the same mistakes again. So this is what I'm doing to you, is that I'm passing down knowledge to you so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did, and that you can eventually reach the goals that you want to reach faster than it took me. So yeah, everything may seem impossible, may feel like there's no hope to solving your situations, but that's the thing with self-improvement. I was talking about this with one of my friends, is that it does give you hope. That's what self-improvement does. It tells you that you put enough of the effort, you can change what happens. You can change the route of your story. You can change the rails of the train track. And it's all on you. It's your actions that decide that. It's your perception, your perspective that decides how far you go in this life. Everything may feel impossible for now, but it won't last like this. The bad moments don't last forever. It's only for a period of time. And once that period of time is over, then that's when you can continue to build up and use that momentum to push past whatever limits that you're holding yourself to, because you don't have any limits. You're an extreme. You're an exception. Act like one. Go get it.